Starting off with flyweight, we have Alexandre Pantoja, who reigns supreme. He's on a 7-fight win streak, winning the belt back in 2023, and it's hard to see him losing anytime soon. He's beaten the majority of current contenders and has a well-rounded game, but at 35 years old, his age might be the biggest threat towards him. Fighters tend to decline around this point, and it's even worse at the lower weight classes. Someone like Brandon Moreno or Brandon Royval might be able to take over once he retires, but he's beaten both of them already. Bit of a stale division in my opinion, and has always suffered from a lack of depth. It's also lacked a lot of star power since Cejudo and Mighty Mouse left. Merab Dvalishvili controls the bantamweight division, and there's a lot more excitement here. Merab only has one loss on his record and is best known for his impressive cardio. He's set to rematch Sean O'Malley in a couple of months, who he won the belt off back in the summer. But O'Malley still poses a real threat, having serious knockout power. Other contenders such as PTR and the Numa have all been beaten by Merab, but they're all such high-level athletes that anything can change with a fight. Sam Hagen and Figueiredo are fighting this weekend, and the winner of that will also be in the title picture. It'll be interesting to see how the dust settles, but most predict Merab holding on to gold for a long while yet. Featherweight is unfortunately another division with a lack of movement. After Topuria vacated for lightweight and Volkanovski won the belt back, all current contenders have been beaten decisively by the current champ. However, there are a few up-and-comers who might be exciting and give Volkanovski a challenge. Movsar Evloev is undefeated and flying under the radar. He's likely to fight for the title, and there's also Gene Silva fighting out of the Fighting Nerds, who's looking to climb the ranks over the next year. The top of the division is a bit stale, but there's promise further down the rankings and some serious hype around some fighters. I think everyone can agree that lightweight is an absolute mess right now. There's multiple contenders who could arguably fight for the title next, but all of them don't want to fight each other. Not only that, but the current champ Islam Makhachev is the pound-for-pound #1 and has dominated the division for a long time. This division is stacked deep, all the way down to number 15, with killers like Poirier, Hooker, and Holloway, and now Paddy the Baddy as well. There should be some really exciting fights over the next year, but it's unclear if anyone will be able to dethrone the champ. He's on a ridiculous win streak and has some of the best wrestling in the UFC. Many top contenders have already tried and failed to beat Makhachev, and there's a good chance he'll go undefeated until he retires. Welterweight also has a lot of talent, but not at the same level as lightweight. I don't remember the current champ's name, but he's on a 10-fight win streak and is a strong grappler. He's set to take on Jack Della Maddalena in a couple of weeks, but most fans don't like Maddalena's chances. Contenders at welterweight include Ian Gary, Shavkat, and Joaquin Buckley, who could all very well be champions within 12 months. There's also been rumors of Islam Makhachev moving up and challenging for double champ status. I think there are some great matchups that could really shake things up. Despite having a lot of talent, a lot of the fighters aren't the most exciting, and the addition of Islam Makhachev could breathe in some life. I think a lot of the older generations, such as Usman and Kobe, would have left their rankings before long and make way for new talent to rise. Middleweight is really exciting and has a lot of great upcoming fights. The champ, DDP, is always fun to watch and is on an impressive win streak. His unorthodox style left fans stunned at how he managed to beat such high-level competition, and he's proven himself to be very tough. His next fight will probably be against Chimaev, and it will have a lot of hype around it and could honestly go in either direction. Whoever wins will still bring exciting fights to the division. Middleweight has some really strong veterans like Adesanya and Strickland, but not much in the way of new talent. The two most interesting contenders are Inovov and Caio Borralho from the Fighting Nerds. There's a lot of good fights to make depending on who wins the next title fight. Next up is light heavyweight, with Ankalaev recently winning the bout from Alex Pereira. This was definitely a shock to the division, as some people saw Alex Pereira as a potential GOAT. The problem with light heavyweight is that there's a big gap between the top and the bottom of the division. There are some really strong fighters such as Yuri, Pereira, and Ankalaev, but further down, nobody really poses a threat to the well-rounded Ankalaev. Someone to watch out for is Dominic Reyes. He's on a 3-fight win streak comeback and just got a knockout win. He previously lost to Jon Jones, who's now left the division, but he definitely has a chance at beating some of the high-level competition now. Finally, we have maybe the most stale division of all, which is of course heavyweight. We've had an interim champion, Tom Aspinall, for over 1.5 years now, and the current champ, Jon Jones, is taking forever to fight him. This is probably the most popular topic in MMA right now, and if Dana is able to put the fight together, it would be one of the best fights in history. Unfortunately, Aspinall has been able to knock out almost every other fighter in the top 10, meaning the only real competition is between Jones and Aspinall. It's honestly really disappointing to see the decline of heavyweight compared to earlier days. I can see the top contenders fighting amongst themselves for a while, but I can't think of anyone who clearly deserves a title shot anytime soon. That's going to do it for this video. Which division do you think is the most exciting right now? Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed and leave a comment below on any topics you'd like to see covered next. See you later.